happened to me very recently. So I did a client's job via the PSC portal, and I downloaded the certificate, status reports, the memos, everything. I sent it to the client. That was around September. Then this is December. The client decided to go to an FIRS office to go and get his TIN done. Only for him to be told that the ROC number that was on his certificate was used by several entities. And they told him something about he should get back to CSE for revalidation. So he reached out to me and I was like, what's going on? So I decided to use the post incorporation portal to, check his RC number. I put in the RC number on the post incorporation portal and it came out as no record found. So I used his registered name to search. I found out that on CSC portal is carrying a different RC number from the certificate that I downloaded from CSC. I don't know if somebody else has gone through that. If I I don't even know till now. I still feel somehow about it. Could there be any
Okay.
explanation for that?
Okay. I think what happened is the issue of clashing business name, and it started around the time that CBN issued out uh, the memo that says that POS people should go and register with CAC. I think around that time they started having issues with allocation of BN because I've had several issues like that whereby people have clashing housing number, clashing BN. So it's as if the BN they've issued to people before, they issue it to other businesses. Then anytime you want to either use it for to open an account or you want to use it to verify anything, it might bring out uh, your own business or company or bring out the business of the other person. So the solution to that is in two ways. One, you can either send a mail to I think spu at cac.org, like send them a mail. So if they send them a mail for them to be able to correct it. But aside that, you can also reach out to an insider to correct it. One of my clients had an issue like that. What I did was to reach out to an insider who helped me to correct it. So I think the insider charged around 10,000 or so then to correct it, and then I re-downloaded the document. And when I downloaded the document, the housing number on the document already changed to another housing number entirely. So even though my client was the first to register that company, it was as if we just left the housing number for the new person. So you can either send a mail to CAC to correct it, or you can reach out to an insider to correct it. So but it may not be that easy because I have another bill that had that same issue. And it was funny and looked somehow for me to tell him to pay an extra fee for me to change the issue. So I just decided to send a mail to him, but CSG have not yet responded to it. So there are two ways to resolve it. So a lot of people have had that issue of clashing B and clashing RC. So you can either send a mail or you can reach out to an insider to resolve it for you. Do you understand?
Okay. Yes, thank you. I already sent a mail, but I was also thinking that if I downloaded the RC number from the Post Corporation portal and the status report, the new RC number will reflect there. Because even on the public search, the RC number there is another one. Like the RC number on the public site is the same as the one at the Post Corporation portal. So I was thinking maybe the best thing would just be to re-download certificate and status report from the
So
incorporation portal.
if I get what you're saying is that the housing number on the certificate is different from the housing number on the public search and the also post incorporation portal.
Yes, yes.
Oh, you know what? Tell the BO copy the housing number that is there and give it to your BO to use sorry to your client to use it to create an FRS to use to that to create an FRS TIN or JTB TIN. So if you use it for it and it goes smoothly, then you can just let him use it for now. Because if you try to download it from Post Corporation Portal, you might download the same document and you would have wasted money. So just tell your client to
Okay,
use the housing number to create the TIN, and if it works, then fine. Just wait a little, wait for them to respond to your email before you
okay.
download the document, so you don't waste money.
Thank you.
So you're welcome. Who else has any question? If you have any question you would like to ask from uh, trademark to CAC, TIN, please let me know.
Okay, I think I have a question concerning TIN. Um, I don't know, Sha, but is there a way for us to know the list of banks that accept JTB TIN? And then, because FIRS's TIN needs tax promo. And with the research I've done so far, tax promo is, I don't know, so expensive. The agents sometimes are charging 35K, 20K for tax promos, and that's not even the main generation of TIN. So I want to know if this GTB, if it's a strong alternative for FIRS TIN so that we can advise the clients accordingly.
Okay, JTB is a strong alternative. Federal government is trying to JTB is Joint Task Board. JTB is meant to like bring all the states together and just have a general TIN. But FRS does not want to go with that. So normally some states have been adopting JTB TIN like Abuja and some other corporations. But the reason why most banks have not adopted JTB TIN is because when FRS issue out TIN, FRS can their TIN is designed in a way that they can track those who use the TIN. They can check their accounts. They can look into their accounts. So because of that, most banks want to use FRS TIN because when they give out loan or when they want to reach out to their customers, they can easily use the FRS TIN to track them. That's why most banks prefer FRS to JTB. On the other hand, some fintech have been embracing JTB that have been embracing JTB. So the use of either FRS or JTB is dependent on the situation, whether the banks wants to go with JTB or whether they want to go with FRS. But federal government is trying to bring all of the TN under JTB, which that's what should be. Because many of JTB is joint task board. So everybody ought to be under JTB or state. And with the tax law that Tinubu is trying to bring on board, that each state should, uh, the revenue of each state should be shared based on the income made from each state. So it's not that everybody's the revenue from each state. No, FRS, all companies, all big businesses in all states, they pay money directly to the FRS. That is directly to the federal. So there may be state FRS, there may be everything, but all of them are remitting directly to the federal government. You understand? So Tinubu is trying to the tax law. I think he has already signed it, but it has not gone through the uh, it has not gone through the House of Assembly. So they've now approved it. So once if they approve it, then everybody would have to go through JTB because that means there will be state JTB. Every state will have their own joint tax board, and if that goes well, that means your clients can just use JTB for whatever they want to do. Now, for the moment where we are issuing out FRS to people, if you issue out FRS to people and they want to use it at most banks, they will not be able to use it unless they put it on tax program. Because tax program means that they're already preparing to pay tax. Because the government has realized that most people will just get the FRS, they'll just get the TIN, but then they are not well documented to pay tax. So that's the meaning for tax programs. And tax formats is done in a way that it's not something that can be easily done online. It has to be done by a tax officer that is in that state. Please, if you're not speaking, mute your mic. That's why uh, tax formats is a little bit expensive. You understand? But we are trying to work it in a way that people can get tax formats at about 10,000. We're still trying to work with FRS uh, FRS agents in different states to see if we can bring the service to everyone at a very uh, affordable price. So have I answered your question?
Yes, you have. Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other question? I believe we are here to ask questions. Any question from CAC, FRS, Trademark, or Scum? Anything that I've been bothering you, anything that you want to clarify?
Oh, thank you for the privilege. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah. So I just want to get more clarification on the CSC registration for NGO.
Okay.
So at the beginning, assuming we have like directors, maybe like 10 of them, at the point of applying for name approval, is that when all their details will be seen
For NGO, the
for
NGO don't have directors, they have trustees.
trustees? Sorry. Yeah.
Okay.
So am I going to send their details along with the suggested names, or is after the registration, I mean the approval of name, that I will now just like normal business registration? So I want to know, am I going to send from the initial stage or after I've gotten an approved name? Then what is the maximum number of trustees that can be on the certificate? Thank you.
Okay. Okay. The question you just asked just mean that you have either not gotten any yeah, you've not registered an NGO and you've not gotten a course on NGO registration. So what I would advise is that you actually get the course because even if I tell you that okay, this is the number of trustees that you should use, this is the pattern, you're not going to get it. You understand? You're not going to get NGO registration by just if it's a business name registration, I'll just tell you that okay, this is what you should do and this is how you should do. But if you want to do an NGO by saying you should just ask a question, you are going to miss it entirely. So NGO is a little bit complicated. If you don't get it from start, you just keep receiving queries upon queries. So I would advise that you get the NGO course and go through it so that you get clarification on that. I hope you understand.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
Okay,
Anyone?
I also want to ask about your post incorporation course. What what do I expect when I get the course?
Okay, for the post incorporation course, you get to be able to do file annual returns for business name, for company, for NGO. Then you get to download lost documents. Maybe someone has a CSA document and he or she has misplaced it, and you're able to download it. Then you can also do things like changing directors, changing shareholders, uh, increasing share capital, changing an error, maybe date of birth, objective, nature of business. Get to learn how to change all of that. So, post corporation, doing post corporation registration just sets you apart. Everybody's doing business registration, compensation, but when people have issues and they come to you, when your client have issues and they come to you, post corporation registration ensures that you are able to do the job for them. You understand? Because people are good, there are going to be error. Maybe someone even tries to do registration himself and then there's an error there. Or even you, because as a CSC agent, you are not beyond error. I do tell my student that make sure you copy and paste whatever your client gives to you. But at times, it can be autocorrect, it can be anything. Understand? And then, or even it might even be the client that even made an error. Like a job I just did recently with date of birth. The client sent it was an someone collected the job and sent it to me. So the client uh, wrote 1994 instead of 1995. And then at the point of using it to, so I think, I don't know what the client wanted the document to do, but they realized that there was an error with the date of birth. And he came back that and he wants to change it and he's ready to pay. So imagine me now telling them that I'm a CC agent, but I don't do post incorporation. I cannot change it. So it helps you to be able to correct your error or the error of your client. So that's what you should expect from the post incorporation course. All of those courses are there. About over 20 videos on how to solve different issues and file annual returns.
Okay, thank you. I'm planning on getting it soon.
Okay, no problem. You can get it through, there is we're having a 50% discount. So you can, instead of paying 30,000, you can pay 15,000 for it. And the discount is going to start on the 24th of this month. So I think I've sent out the group link. You can join the group and wait for the 24th, so you'll be able to pay half the price.
Okay, is it just 1 day of discount or is it from 24th to what date?
It's going to be for 2 days, 24 to 26, 24, 25,
Okay,
and 26.
okay. I would send you a message on WhatsApp after this so that you can send me the link to the group. Thank you.
Okay, no problem. Okay, Ayodele Samson, would you want to speak? Hello? Okay, if you have any question, please, you can ask your question.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Hello. Yeah,
Hello, good evening.
good evening, sir. Please, my question is that if there is maybe there's difference between this thing, yeah, hand date of birth and the one you used to register, is there any issue with that kind of thing?
Okay, if there's difference between your NIN and then the date of birth you used to register, is there issue? Yeah, there will be issue because, for example, if you want to create a if you want to use it in maybe like corporate organizations, or you want to, there might be issues, they might query it. But normally, if you want to maybe you want to create an account, nobody's going to check if the date of birth is different. Provided that CAC has approved the job and those have been approved, nobody's going to come to check your date of birth. It's only for maybe verifications that they are going to look into details. But anything you want to use it to do, maybe creating an account, they are not going to check it. Even if you want to use it for to open tier, nobody's going to check the date of birth uh of the proprietor. Nobody's going to check it. But maybe there are other things you use your certificate to do that they want to look into details and check. That's when there can be an issue. But aside that, there won't be any issue. Do you understand?
Okay, thank you. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, so I also want to ask a question about this money laundering stuff, this school. Um,
Okay.
while I've been watching videos about it, um, I noticed that at some point of the registration, they usually ask for a particular, like they ask for a particular email, and that email is where they would send, I think, verification link or something like that. So I was wondering, is it possible for you, like if I get a job now, is it possible for me to put my own email in that um place so that the verification link will be sent to me instead of the client's own? We that pose an issue for the client in the future.
Okay. Are you on our Scrum fast track group?
No, 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 I'm not.
Okay. Okay. Now, when it comes to registering Scrum, I don't do Scrum registration myself. The last time I did Scrum registration was 2 years ago. That was 2022. And the reason I stopped them was because even when you do the registration, you still need to reach out to an insider to get approval for you. And there was one I did and that took it almost 9 months before they approve it. And the rest they didn't approve, they keep rejecting and rejecting. So I didn't bother to do it myself. I just reached out to an insider to get it done for me. So once I get the line information, I forward it. That's why you see that most people have been asking me, is there a course on Scrum? Is there a course? Even though I started doing Scrum 2 years ago, I don't have a course on it because then, though, I created a small course for it for some of my people, but I had to stop the course because it's something that you cannot do on your own. It's not like CC that you do and you know, okay, within 7 days, within 14 days, 21 days, to be approved. If you don't have an insider to help you to process it, they will not approve it. So because of that, I don't really know how they run Scrum now, whether you need to put an email or whatever. But I don't do it myself because the approval is always slow, it's always late. And I can't keep explaining to client that, oh, they've not approved your job 1 week, 1 month, 2 months. You understand? So I can't answer that question.
Okay, but it's possible for me to join the school group and be able to, forward jobs towards the
Yeah,
group.
yeah. It's possible for you to join the Scrum fast track group. The price there is very affordable. We do Scrum there 27,000. So
Okay,
yeah. And most people I do Scrum directly for clients 50,000. Most people do it more.
okay.
And but that group is only for agents, not for direct clients. So you can join and send your job there.
All right, thank you.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
My name is Jimmy Timidai. Please, I have this issue with tax promax.
Okay.
Uh, Anytime I try to send the mail to the person that owns the CSC certificate, if I input the code, it will be showing error, error, error. So I don't know. Maybe there's another way to do it.
Okay. Have you ever done any task format successfully through the FRS website?
No, I have not.
Um, Even though if you check FRS because they have a YouTube platform. If you check FRS YouTube platform for this thing, they put it there and they also issued out a statement that you can do task formats from the comfort of your home. You can do it online and everything, but that's not true because I have tried every method that they've tried to say that it can be done through their website. It does not work. So if you don't reach out to an insider or someone in the MSTO that you are trying to do the task performance, you are not going to get feedback. So they've not been able to crack it and make everything fully online. they've not been able to crack it. At least as at 1 week ago, they've not been able to crack it. So it's a general issue. It's a general issue. But if Transformers if it becomes live and then people and you can do Transformers from the comfort of your house and get the code, I'm going to let it know. I'm going to send it across to everybody.
Okay. 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 Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Any other question? Still have time on our side.
Sorry, sir. Please let me come. That I registered with you, so through the course, your voice, the music is covering your voice, so I cannot hear. Your voice is not that thick; it's light. So the music, the tone, the beat is covering the voice.
You mean for the trademark course, right?
It's trademark course.
Okay. Is it the one on YouTube or the one on
On
the academy?
from my email direct.
The one on the academy, right?
Yes, the academy. Yes,
Okay, okay. Don't worry. We are going to update. We are going to update the course soon.
because I've
So
been trying to. Well, your voice is very light compared to.
don't worry, don't worry. We are going to update the course soon. So you are going to get a better video. We are going to update the course very, very, very.
Okay, thank you. Those are my.
Sorry for that.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening, man.
Please, sir, I'm trying to generate thing for individual,
Okay.
but something is saying not applicable. I don't understand.
Which of the things is it FRS or JTB?
FRS.
Okay, you're trying to generate it by yourself.
Yes,
Okay. And it's saying not applicable to the individual.
yes.
What are the information that you feed in that uh
Is their name and email address? No, it's not for FRS. Sorry, it's for JTB. It's for
okay
OGI.
for JTB and it says it's
Yes,
not applicable.
yes. It's not useful for the something that I wanted to use it for.
No, I don't understand. Have you gotten the TIN or you are just applying for the TIN?
I'm just applying for the TIN.
Okay, so after you fill in the name of the person and I said that person cannot get it, that the TIN
Yes,
is not available for this person.
yes.
And the person is in Nigeria, you fill in a Nigerian NIN and everything.
The person is in Nigeria but working in Lagos. But I want to generate that OGRS thing for him.
There's no reason why for you filling in Nigerian details for someone and then the TIN will not be available. So there might be an issue. There might be an issue somewhere. So
Okay.
we,
Maybe
we,
I
we,
will.
we, we reach out to Scaling Ideas support. If you're on the JTB TIN group, reach out to the Scaling Ideas support. She will help you work on it. She will help you fix it. So if it's something
Okay.
that we'll do from our end, she will let you know.
Okay, sir. Then secondly, if I want to register somebody for Scrum,
Okay.
is that the same charges of 40,000 that I will charge them, or that one is for agents? I don't understand the amount. Is it for public consumption or is for agent consumption? That
Okay.
40.
Okay, right now, I'm trying to watch the things I will say because I've also sent this message to my and I believe to my WhatsApp status, and I believe there are other people here that are not CAC agents.
Okay.
But the thing is, I sent a message at the time out that if you are a CAC agent and you want to process com, you can process it at 27,000, but only
Okay.
for it's only for CAC agents. You understand?
Okay.
Yeah, the reason is because I do scum too for my not for my normal client 50,000, and
Okay.
that's where we get the profit. There's no profit doing it for anybody 27,000. You understand? So I do it
Okay.
for my direct agent 50,000. Before I
Okay.
used to do it for CAC agents that are for 40,000, but to make people be able to access it, that's why we are connecting you directly to the person doing it at
Okay.
27,000.
Okay. No problem. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, you're welcome. I was
Hello,
expecting to
hello,
get.
hello, good
Okay.
evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much. I just want to ask the difference between joint tax board thing and then the FRS thing. Which one is more preferable, and how do we know which one to go for at the point in time?
Okay, thank you. I've tried to explain this on my YouTube channel to differentiate between these both FRS and GTB. Um, the difference between them are just based on they are based on the government and they're also based on different regulations. GTB TI means Joint Tax Board, while FRS TI means Federal Internal Revenue Service. So Federal Internal Revenue Service, like for the federal government. So we have other type of TIN. We have the state's uh, internal revenue service, and then we have the local, no, state. I think state inland revenue service and the local uh, internal revenue service. So all of these people, so like the major aim is to generate revenue. FRS is generating revenue for federal government. Other states' internal revenue services are also generating revenue for the state, while the local inland revenue too they are generating revenue for the local government. So federal government gets money through the FRS, local or state government gets money. So now the government in that to bring all these TIN together, federal government having the TIN, states, local, that's why they now issued out JTB. So that all of these taxes will be under JTB. That's why they now call it Joint Tax Board to bring the federal, the states, and the local. Federal Internal Revenue Service is majorly to pay tax to the federal government. And those people who need this more are the companies because they are the one who pays tax to government. Like if you're not, well, if you're not on a company that you're generating more than 25 million naira per year, you are not, you are mostly exempted from tax, apart from maybe you now pay VAT. You are exempted from CIT. Apart from further, you now pay VAT and some other taxes. So majorly FRS is for companies. Why state inland revenue service they majorly look at getting funds from businesses, maybe some individuals like civil servants and the likes. While local internal revenue service go for jobs. At times they also go for land use and the like. So that's the function of those three: the federal, the state, and the local. Then joint task board now aims at bringing all of them under one umbrella, so that we have one task number that is limited, that is unique, that is general for everybody. You understand? So joint task want to bring everybody under one umbrella, but they've not been able to achieve that goal because FRS have decided that they want to stand on their own. They don't want to come under the joint task board. So if they are able to bring up all of them under one umbrella, then JTBTI is going to be more powerful than FRSTI. But at the moment, FRSTI is more powerful than JTBTI because that's what is more acceptable. So that's the major difference between JTBTI and FRSTI. So now, when do you know when to get either GTBTN or FRSTN? If you want to do maybe to your client on this for all this Facebook, all this online, GTBTN goes fine. But for banks, if you want to use it for banks, uh, most banks, maybe all these fintech, most of them prefer FRSTI because FRS have a way of tracking those who have their TIN. So it gives those bankers a favor in that maybe they borrow you loan or anything and you don't refund, they can track you to FRS TIN. So that's the major difference between both forms of TIN. Have I answered your question? Hello?
Thank you very much. You have actually answered the question. But the question what I'm just trying to bring out here is that once we do the sales registration for customer, and then most of them we need part of the package may be that we need to do the thing for them. So now, is it advisable we should just do the joint tax board thing for them, or we can just go do the FIS thing? That is why I'm just trying to ask this question.
I don't get you.
What I'm saying is that I know as a safety architect agent, the moment you register your company, the company for your clients, and probably part of the package is that you still help them to do the thing registration. And
Okay.
considering the location that you are and where your client is, to do the joint tax board thing, I think that one is seamless compared to do the FRS thing. I'm just trying to ask that is it advisable that once you do the registration, that just go ahead and do the joint tax board thing for the customer?
Yeah, I advise people to do joint task board because JTB comes as a certificate. And there's one thing in Nigeria where people love certificates. So if someone gives you the JTB and another person gives you the FRS if you don't know like maybe the function or you are going to pick JTB always, even no matter how useless the JTB because it comes as a certificate, it's presentable, people can easily post on their status. But if you give someone an FRST, how would they post on their status? There's always maybe just one plain cheat number. You understand? So for me, if I'm running a promo and I want to give someone a TIN as another package, I'm going to give them JTB over FRA. Then if whatever they want to use it for, they accept JTB, they don't need to go to task format. It's FRA TIN that they will now need to start going for task format. You understand? And it's almost impossible for you to do FRSTN and then add tax promos for your client because it's expensive. You understand? And not everybody that gets TN from you are going to open a bank account in the next 1 year or 2 years or 3 years. You understand? So if you want to get for your clients, get them GTBTN and not FRS.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Any question? I was expecting to get question about patents, about trademark certificates, about different corporation on CAC. People are asking questions.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
My question is about CSC reservation of a name. Is there any logic we can use? Maybe there's a name that it has been approved before. Maybe the thing now expire. It passed the 60 days. Is it 60 days? Yeah, the 60 days. So is there any means of requesting for that name again?
Yeah, if you have a name and the name have passed 60 days on uh, on CAC portal, you can request, you can do a fresh reservation. But at times, if you do a fresh reservation, they might query the fresh reservation because of the initial one that have expired. So if that comes on board, what I advise is that you do a name substitution so that you convert that initial name to another name and then you now do you understand that initial name that have expired and they're now allowing you to do the reservation, substitute it for a different name entirely, then you now go for your reservation. So that way you'll be able to have that name back. Do you understand?
Yes, I understand. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Anyone with questions? Trademark, Scum, FRS, CSA.
Hello.
Hello.
So I just want to just like an inquiry for that school registration. What's going to be like minimum time frame for the processing and to get the certificate?
One week. It takes 1 week for those who are on the uh for those who are on the SCORM. Yeah, it takes 1 week. Within 1 week, 4 to 7 days, you would have gotten your. Some people even process it within 24 hours, 48 hours. Some have been now within 48 hours. But if you are doing it yourself on the SCORM portal, because there's a way to do it yourself on the SCORM portal, like there's an EFCC portal for you to do it yourself, but it doesn't come out in time. Doesn't come out in time. So and it can be frustrating.
You
But
mean
if
you
I
mean is the person that will undo everything from the beginning, not that we do it and give the person like reference number for him
no
to
no no,
continue the processing?
the person will handle it from the beginning to the end.
Okay. But I will get the link to be in that group.
Okay, drop a message on WhatsApp and it will be sent to you.
Okay, no problem. I'll get in touch with you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I also want to do Scum too. I don't know if I'll be selected too. I
Okay,
have one also.
drop a message on
Yes.
WhatsApp. Drop a message on WhatsApp. You'll be attended to. They'll send you the link to the group. So from the group you can message the admin and and they would get this call for you.
So based on that trademark of a thing,
Okay.
I really want to know more about it. Are we to pay any? Are we to do it from beginning to the end, or get to a stage we'll stop and you continue the process?
Okay. There's no stage whereby I'm coming to continue the process. If you have a cost for something, is for the person to be able to do it by themselves. So there's no stage whereby you stop and then I continue the process. So
Ah,
once you do the name search for Scrum, once you do the name search, normally the name search should be 1.5. But because it's done through an insider, it's not something like it's not at the trademark registry. This is at Abuja. They've not completely updated all their trademark online. So it's done at the trademark registry. So you can only do it by someone that is there can actually do the search manually for you. So the search is manual. So that's why you pay 2,000 for the search to be done for you
Okay.
manually.
Search.
So yeah. So for the person to do the search for you manually, but normally if you check on the take on trademark, tell you that is 1.5. So you pay 2,000 for the search to be done for you. So once they do the search for you, uh, which you are going to, you can message the support on the uh, trademark community group. Once they do the search for you, then they tell you that name is available. Once name is available, you go to the site and then do your registration. Once you're done with your registration on the site, then you go back to the support again for them to do processing for you. Now, once you're done with the registration on the site, and then you've paid the 16.5 on the site, your name is going to be under like a fresh registration. It's not going to move to examiner for them to be able to quickly do your uh, approval. So what the insider will help you to do is to move your registration from examiner to from fresh to examiner, so they can work on it. So once they do that within 21 days, your your acceptance letter will be out. Now, mind you, once you are done with your payment of 16.5, you'll be able to download your acknowledgement letter. So it's that acknowledgement letter that they will use to process the acceptance letter. So once the acceptance letter is out, then automatically your job is under publication. You see it uh, at that point where it will move from uh, search to publication. So it will be under publication, then under publication for about a year before they publish it on in the National Gazette. So once it's published in the National Gazette and is out, you will see that it is out on your portal. Once you see that it is out, then you now process certificate, which you will now deliver to your clients. Processing of certificate takes about um, it takes about 2 to 3 months. But this is the uh, the the name has to be out on the National Gazette for about a month to before you can process it. So that's why roughly the whole process take about 1 year to 1.5 years for it to be done. But we don't promise our clients certificates. We promise them to the point of acceptance letter. So when this publication is not out, we then go and inform them. Because imagine you charging a client for certificates and then you are going to complete the job in the next 1.5 years. It's not okay. Because by then you would have spent the money, even some clients would have forgotten about it.
Yes.
Yeah. So but once you point them to the point of acceptance, they can use the acceptance letter for anything. They can use it to defend themselves. Nobody can take that name. It's already theirs. You understand? It's
Okay.
already trademark. They can use the only thing they cannot use the acceptance letter for is for the renewal of their name. So if they want to renew their trademark, at the point of renewal, they are going to need certificates. That's why it's important for them to get certificates. And
Okay.
renewal is the first renewal is every seven years. So if they don't renew after that first 7 years, they may lose the trademark. While the second renewal is after 14 years. So they will need to renew after that 7 years with their trademark certificate. That's why you need to get the certificate for them.
Okay. So the logo is not a barrier.
I don't get.
Like, let's assume now, like you're talking about the name, the logo.
Okay.
Will it have a side effect?
Okay, maybe the logo looks like another person's logo, right?
Yes.
Okay. Once you do it during search too, you would have they would have checked for the logo too. You know, you're going to send both the logo and the name. So most likely once the name, because your name, the name of what you do must be on that name that you are trying to the name that you are trying to get approval for must be on the logo. You understand?
Sure.
The name you're trying must be on the logo. So if that name is not on the logo, so if that name is already on the logo and that name is available, automatically that logo will be available. So if you
Okay.
just maybe you just want to do a logo that is just one blank color and then just see, and the name you want to get approval for is not on the logo, they may not approve it.
Okay.
You understand? Yeah.
Okay. No problem. Please, please, yeah, I would like you to uh, do something about that academy so that I can get the full gist because I want to do mine.
Okay,
I've done
okay. About
for like four person. I
about
want to
the
do mine. So I want to use through the academy to do mine.
okay, no problem. Something will be done about the video to make it more like to reduce the background sound, the background
Yes.
music. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you, sir.
Okay, sir. I wanted to know during the point of the publication that is supposed to take for a year. That means it is the Federal Ministry of Trade and Investment that is supposed to do the publication. And I think the publication is to like inform the public that this um this name is being registered as a trademark and
Yeah.
leaving it open for people to make objections. So
Yeah.
in a situation where the person's acceptance letter has been approved and downloaded, does
Yeah.
it mean that during the publication period, if there is an objection and the ministry actually, sees the objection as something that stands as an objection and, sees the name as something that may have been taken by somebody else, does it mean that they can not give you your certificate? I don't know. Could you explain better for me?
Yes, if the name have been taken by someone, can they can withdraw the certificate. So, but for them to be there's going to be like a contention, and both of you are going to come together to kind of prove that okay, I own this document. Like I was the first. Like you now get to the point that you have to prove that okay, this belongs to me. You understand? This is not for me because at the point of it's just if you are trying to register, maybe there's a company like maybe Apple have not yet been trademarked in Nigeria because of course they are trademarked in Nigeria. They have not yet been trademarked in Nigeria, and then someone else wants to trademark Apple, and they now see it in National Gazette, and then they want to kind of protest. So you guys have to protest and contest. So I said it first, I didn't start it first. So it's the point about maybe there will be a court whereby you now get to prove that okay, it didn't. I was the first person to start this. I wasn't the person to start this. You understand? But once they don't talk about it, and then you already get your trademark certificate, that's all. That's all.
Okay, thank you.
Any question? Should I assume that we've all asked our questions? Anything on uh,
Please, I want to ask again concerning CAC registration about using your platform. So what is the cost of using your platform for registration and what are the needed things before
okay,
using it?
you have to DM for that. Like you mean using our agent portal?
Yes.
Okay, just send a DM. There's a form for that. It will be sent to you.
Okay.
Yeah, just minute here. Okay. If there's no question now, I just want to talk briefly on patent and copyright because I've been getting questions on patent, questions on copyright. So, patent, it's a uh, it's a very strong registration, even though it's not really strong over here. But if you've seen people that are into tech, people that are into production of drugs, people that are into industries, engineering, it's a very important word for them. It is extremely important. It's something that can determine if a business will be successful or not. Because patent is stronger than most forms of registration. It's stronger than trademark and CAC registration. And this is the reason why. Patent is for ideas. Patent, trademark, uh, device, they are done under the Federal Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment. So they are registration done to protect intellectual property. So once you trademark is done for ideas. Once you trademark an idea, you get the exclusive right to that idea. Maybe for example, in the field of medicine, you got a particular procedure that okay, we'll do this thing this way, this way, this way, and then you are the first person to discover it or to use that method. You can patent that idea, that idea belongs to you. You discovered it. And that will give you the exclusive right to that idea that if anyone wants to use it, that person will have to go through you. Or maybe you discover a particular drug. Maybe you discover a drug that can cure COVID, for example. Then you patent that drug. Even though other people know the combination of that drug, they cannot produce it for commercial purpose without coming through you. So that means if anybody wants to produce that drug, they will have to go through you for them to be able to produce that drug. And in the field of engineering, maybe you discover a way to probably make a machine or probably make maybe even a bottle, maybe a fire extinguisher or whatever that is unique from what I've been there before. So and then you're able to prove it that okay, this idea belongs to you. So once you do that, over the next 20 years, nobody will be able to use the idea anymore. Or after 20 years, the idea will now be public for everybody to now use. So what they are trying to give for that 20 years is a kind of an head start. Okay, you are the only one that is doing this. So and in tech too. Okay. And when you talk of patenting, you cannot, that idea, it has to be rare. It's not that you say, okay, I just have one idea that could be common or that could just be logical. Maybe, for example, say, okay, instead of people transferring from their, no, maybe in tech, okay, maybe there's a loan, oh, instead of 20%, people can be doing it 30% or 20% or maybe whatsoever. And that it's a little bit common. You'll not be allowed to trademark it. So you'll not be allowed to patent it. So it's majorly for very, very rare ideas. You understand? I believe this thing I don't want anybody to use it without taking permission from me. Then people patent it. So it's for strictly for those kind of businesses that people do patent for. So once they patent it, they will have access to it for 20 years. Anybody that wants to do it will have to go through them. Now, throughout those 20 years, they'll be paying what we call annuity. So annuity is like an amount that they'll be paying for every year that will make that made government know that okay, these people are still serious with their patent. They are still serious with this idea. So and don't forget that if you patent something in Nigeria, it does not mean that it is secure for in outside country. And if you patent things in outside country, does not mean that it is secure in Nigeria. So what foreign companies do is that they try to map out if maybe they want to extend to other countries, they will patent things, they will patent it across various countries that they want to go into. Maybe there's one that is being launched in US to patent across other countries that they plan to uh, that they plan to expand into. So that by the time they are going there, nobody else would have patent the idea or probably use the idea. So that's how patent works. Why for copyright? Copyright is also to protect intellectual property, but it's not done with copyright is not done with the Federal Ministry of Trade and Investment. It is done with the National Copyright Commission. So it's just feel that okay, maybe there's a music, there's a video, or there is a an artwork or a book that you've written, and then you want to say, okay, I'm the one who actually published this intellectual property. That's why you now do copyright. But the thing is, copyright is not really very, very, very important because once you are the first to release something, automatically you own copyright over it. Like you are the first to release a song, you are the first to release a music video, you own automatic copyright. So that's why like even if someone now go and get copyright ahead of you, once there's background information that you are the first to release it or you are the first to do it, then you automatically have copyright. But copyright commission is still there to just help people, okay, this thing that you copyright, I'm the owner of it, I have proof. So don't even need to go to court or don't need to go to proving so much for me to say I have proof. So that's what copyright is for. But basically it's not really strong because once you are the first to release it and there's proof online that you're the first to release it, yes, then you can. There have been several issues in Nigeria about copyright laws. I remember there's an issue with Pastor Daniel Lawande and then some people about one particular song, and I think there was also an issue with I think Sinach and some of our musicals uh, about a particular music too. So, but copyright get to be like, okay, this thing belongs to me, and then nobody else can kind of contest uh, the contest the ownership with me. So basically, that's patent and copyright. I hope you understand. Are you with me? Hello.
Yes, yes, I'm with you.
Okay, so if you have questions, you can ask. If you have questions, you can ask. If you have questions, okay. I'll assume nobody has questions, and then we can we can call it a day. I call it a day. So, uh, okay. We're done with today's class. Since no one has any question, I believe I've answered everybody's questions satisfactorily. So, uh, let's have a nice day. Thank you so much for coming for tonight's Community Connect. Good night, everyone.